back to Big Match of the Day. Today is going to be a bit of an 80s fest. If you were there in the 1980s, this is nostalgia. And the club we are going to cover is Everton. Before they were Boo Hiss and Marco Silva and all that, we just disliked them because of Andy Gray in the day. But 3 games for you from the 1980s. The first game from the 82-83 season, our first season in the top tier of football. In fact, our first game in the top tier of football was against the Toffees. Let's have a look.
So Watford step out for the first time in their history as a first division club. And to think that only 5 years ago they were in the 4th division. It's one of the most astonishing success stories in the history of the Football League. It's a great team effort, but 2 men really stand out. Chairman Elton John and manager Graham Taylor sitting together on this unique day for Watford. So a new Football League season is underway, and it's Everton who get the game going, attacking the goal to our left. They are in the dark shirts of blue, Watford in their usual yellow with the red shorts. Everton, who had a good season really last season, they finished 8th. With a lot of changes in personnel over the last 12 months from manager Howard Kendall, and one of them, Adrian Heath, on the ball now, pushing it through, and Steve Sherwood goes down, gets his first touch. 4 games in the 1st division with Chelsea way back. And the foul there on Gerry Armstrong by Billy Wright, but the referee ignoring the flagging of the linesman on the far side. Barnes playing it inside for Jenkins. Here's Armstrong. A great roar for Gerry Armstrong, with Watford fans and their members of the World Cup in Spain. His great deeds for Northern Ireland. Barnes, that was a good move by him. Southall collecting quite comfortably. For young John Barnes, who only came into the side last season, showing already that the 1st division holds no great fears for him. Heath claimed for a handball, but it was accidental. 2 ricochets over there. The battling goes on, McMahon and King, and in the end, a foul on Gerry Armstrong gives Watford a free kick. Armstrong and Blissett has come up from the back as well, so they'll be the 3 that they'll aim for us. Callaghan floats it in there, Ross Jenkins going all the way, and Armstrong has scored. No, oh yes he has, it's been given, and Watford's first goal in the 1st division comes after 21 minutes. The big broad smile from the Irishman Gerry Armstrong, carrying on where he left off in Spain, puts Watford into the lead. Watford 1, Everton 0, 21 minutes gone. The good times certainly continue for him. Supported here by Billy Wright. Rostron for Watford. Nicely taken by Gerry Armstrong. Barnes sent crashing in his effort to get forward. Find Callaghan. Oh, good control by Callaghan. And his shot is a good one! And he was very unlucky there. Now Jenkins, can he turn this back? The little dip cross coming in, and that time Callaghan couldn't quite finish it off, but he came so close. Leaving it for the Watford throw, and Luther Blissett's going across, so that means another long one. Could well be that the number 9 there, Ross Jenkins, will be the target. Blissett, long throw. Jenkins is indeed the target at the near post. Lohman's trying to come in and make a few things happen, and they're in all sorts of trouble, and Ross Jenkins might get there yet, and in the end, somehow Everton scrambling away. Barnes kept that in well. I think Heath was prepared to let that go out of play. Jenkins up well. Armstrong. Oh. Well, the 2 big men almost got the old 1-2 going there. Lohman has turned. Barnes, nice touch. Rostron supporting well. Good little chip down for Gerry Armstrong. certainly got a good squad at Goodison Park, with people like Kevin Ratcliffe and Trevor Ross not in the side. That's Trevor Ross on the left of the picture there, former Arsenal man. Yes, it is. Here's a Watford free kick, and Southall, and a goal given. Pat Rice has scored an astonishing second goal, the first he's ever scored for Watford. Neville Southall can't believe it, but the linesman on the far side flagged to the centre, the referee agreed, and the goal was given. Pat Rice is the scorer. The Everton keeper is complaining still. His first ever goal for Watford, and he gets it on the very first day in the First Division. Well, Southall can't believe it. I must say, he did seem to step back a fair way. There's Pat Rice. What an astonishing goal. And Southall back off his line. Well, it's almost impossible to say from that angle. There's the appeal from the Watford player. And I can tell you that the linesman was right up against the corner flag and gave it a go. Now, what's happening out there? 2-0 is the score. Neville Southall's being called to Ken Baker. And he's getting a firm talking to, and he's going to be booked. Now Johnson and Sheedy. Now a good shot there. Oh, and a tremendous save by Sherwood from McMahon. The first real genuine save that Steve Sherwood's had to make. McMahon hit it well, and Sherwood did extremely well. Bostrom, Bissett onside. Still there, chance for Bissett, but into the side netting. A roar from the crowd who thought for a moment it had gone inside. The last minute of the game now. So Everton's corner. Johnson's in there as well, Sharp also. And Johnson looking to get something on the turn with the header, and it was Bolton who got it away again. And that's amazing, because Johnson's on the deck. And the shot, and a beautiful save by Sherwood from Sheedy. Turned away for the corner. And still David Johnson is down and might well require a bit of attention. Referee looking at the watch again. Sharp tries to chest it down for Andy King to make the break. Is there a chance now for Everton as Heath gets a shot charged down by Roston, who's had a marvellous game. Cries of Watford all around the ground as the final whistle goes, and Watford have won their first game in the First Division. It's been a great day for them, with Gerry Armstrong putting them on the way with a goal after 21 minutes. And then that astonishing second goal from Pat Rice, his first for the club in competitive games.
It was interesting there that, with a 2-0 result, that the goalkeeper for Everton was complaining that the goal shouldn't stand. Don't remember that much sentiment the other way when Andy Gray took out Steve Sherwood, but hey, there you go. The next game we're going to look at is pretty unique to Big Match of the Day so far, in as much as we do not win. In fact, we lose. Tony Coton, absolute Watford legend, voted Player of the Season a record 3 times. But his first game didn't really shower him in glory. We'll get to those on later episodes. But Everton came along and, well, just enjoy it. But the thing I love here is at the end and the commentary, where it says about how much, great reception both sets of supporters have given for what was a great team. And typical of a Graham Taylor era side, which was, we're going to score one more goal than you. We didn't on this occasion, but it was still pretty damn good. And some great play by John Barnes in this to look out for. See you at the end of this.
And so Watford playing from left to right, get us away. Everton drew 4-4 in a marvellous game here last season. And of course Watford started their First Division lives against Everton 2 years ago in August and they won that fixture 2-0, and this man Neville Southall had a game he'll want to forget when he carried a Pat Rice free kick over his own goal line. And that's an early touch for Tony Coton. So across goes Callaghan. And exactly the same procedure. Barnes near post. Terry on the goal line with Riley. Now Taylor for Watford. Callaghan. Steve Terry has stayed up. And Terry's got a chance here, he can knock it back. Riley came in and Riley makes it. But it may well have gone in off. Heath. Now Trevor Stephen. Mustrom the player covering. Oh, he's left him inside it. Heath is forward. And Stephen. And they've made Watford pay for it. Heath. Oh, and he beat Jackett, but Jackett's got it back and given it away again, and Heath does well. There hasn't been very much of that. Bailey. And Heath, and they've been made to pay for it again. And you have to say... Presumably was to see John Barnes float one. And we're still talking at Vicarage Road this afternoon about the marvellous free kick goal he scored in midweek. Callaghan got in, and it's there, and it will probably go down as an own goal, I think, by Derek Mountfield. Bo Johnston went in with him. Steve Terry up there too. It's really a question of Watford trying hard to keep their nerve, trying to make sure that they do the things right that they have to do. And that most certainly includes clearing the ball at the earliest opportunity. No fancy stuff in their own 6-yard box, and Barnes has failed to clear, and Mountfield has made him pay. Barnes. Oh, he's done well. Now can he get some sort of cross in? He can, and Callaghan! That is a lovely goal because it was superbly worked. And you have to cast your memory back for a goal like that to Watford's match at Southampton in their very first season in the First Division. Under the floodlights, Barnes did exactly that, and Callaghan was the man who finished it off. And so they have 20 minutes and they're only one goal adrift. It's their time for this to take another turn. Here's Barnes. He's going all the way. Johnston and Barnes in each other's way. Can Barnes finish it? And Stevens does well. 2 minutes on the watch to play. It's well caught by the goalkeeper. I have to say that Barnes and Blissett, one in each half, have had excellent chances to make it more for Watford, and Graham Sharp's got past Rostron and past Coton. For that challenge on Barnes, Mr. James not interested. Now a long ball, Riley to chase and win. Johnston. Callaghan outside him. Barnes is arriving far post. That's the cross. And Barnes' header beats Neville Southall's dive. That is the 9th goal of the match. That is the First Division for the second week running going to have a 10-goal game. And one can only assume that it was for what the laws call foul and abusive language, because you can't be sent off for dissent unless you've previously been booked. The final whistle goes. George Riley, show of frustration as much as anything, kicks the ball to the crowd, but just listen to the crowd's response to a 9-goal thriller.
As I say, TC there, in his autobiography, he kind of does speak about the fact that this was a little bit strange. This wasn't the best way to get off to a start, but he proved his worth over 7 years. He was so good, phenomenally good, in fact, and we'll see that in this next game here, which is a return to the right form of result against Everton. In 1987, this is. Let's jump in and take a look.
Well, Everton had plenty of practice against the long throw when they were at Wimbledon. Richardson, who would dearly love to score against his old club, He got several. Snowden again. Good build-up again by Everton. Here's Heath, and there's Clark. Cross to Vanden Houw. Everton beginning to move with purpose now. Heath is outside, but Power is outside him too. And Heath comes in, and a goal for Everton by Adrian Heath. And he'll be thrilled about that because he's been going. It was well played by Heath to Stephen. Coming inside Porter. Good support as well. Power's made a run across and left it for Snowden. Lovely save by Tony Coton, but that was the best piece of football we've seen this afternoon. And what you might not have appreciated first off was the run by Paul Power across the penalty area that took the defender away and left Snowden with so much time and space to line up his shot. Onside, Bardsley. Now a real chance for Watford. Two in the middle. Blissett came in. Now Barnes. Rostron. Falco. Oh, he tried to head that down to Blissett. Bardsley's there. Watson is also. This is Gibbs. Blissett! Oh, yes! Luther Blissett, 1-1. Well, that's a spectacular goal. And Luther, one of the most popular players ever to wear a Watford shirt, gets a fantastic reception for that. Nigel Gibbs volleyed it across, and Blissett stooped to head that past Southall, who could only stand and admire it. And with 5 minutes left, we could still see a dramatic finale. This is Bardsley for Watford. Falco, no! Barnes, no! Falco, yes! We have got the dramatic finale. Mark Falco, 2-1 to Watford. And what might that goal do to the championship race? Bardsley, the supplier. The cross again from the wing. Falco up first, Barnes down, a ricochet, a clearance that hit Barnes, was it on the arm? And Falco volleyed in. A rip-roaring second-half revival by Watford has dented Everton's championship hopes. Watford, 1 down at half-time, come back to win an exciting match by 2-1.
It's hard to remember now, but in the 80s, Everton were the form team. They won the league 2 or 3 times. They won the Cup Winners' Cup in Europe when that was an actual thing. And they had some phenomenal players and a great manager in Howard Kendall. So getting results against them was, well, it's never been easy. We know that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little walk down memory lane. Very 80s centric, so we're going to try and do something a little bit more up to date next time. Thank you very much for joining us on Big Match of the Day. Hope you enjoyed it. Share, like, all of that good stuff. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.